I can say, show front camera.
Okay.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Hi there, today we're unboxing a wire-free 1080p security system. So this particular one is by Anker and it's the Eufy Cam 2C. Details are in the description below for anyone thinking of purchasing. So let's open it up and see what you get in the package. Okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging. The system comes with a base station coming around the back. You've got a vent here, DC connection point, USB connection point, Ethernet point, sync alarm off and reset option there. On the bottom, you've got a speaker. Next, we have the camera. Coming in close, you can see we've got the lens here, a light sensor here, microphone, motion sensor, spotlight, status indicator, and coming over the top, you've got the sync button. Coming around the back, you've got the screw point for the mount. Looking underneath the camera, there's a slight notch. If I pull that up, there's a charge point. And the package contains 2 of these cameras, which are identical. This small box containing all the documentation has a reset pin on there. Let's make a start at setting up this camera. So I've got the base station here. Let's plug in the DC power adapter and the Ethernet cable goes in there. Plug for this can be plugged in. I've got a power strip at the side and this can be plugged into my internet router. Now it's plugged in and powered on. You can see a red light flashing away. So let's give it a moment.
Welcome to Eufy Security. Follow the instructions in Eufy Security app to set up the system.
So there you go. It's initialized now. Let's make a start at installing the app. So I'm at my Android phone here. If I go to the Play Store and we search for Eufy, and it's the Eufy Security we want. So let me click on that and let me click install next. Let's give it a moment. Now the app's installed, let me click open and it needs access to storage on the device. Let's click allow. Now we've got the end user license agreement. Let me click accept. Needs access to location services. So I'll select allow only while using the app. And this is what you're presented with. Next thing we need to do is sign up. Login successful, enable fingerprint login. I'll select next time. Now we've got any support needs. Tap here to contact us. Click OK to that. Now to add the device, let's click the add device button. Home base 2 is the one we want to add. Now it's showing how to connect it up, which I've already shown, so let's click next. Wait 1 minute until home base's LED turns from red to blue, which it already has, so we can click next. Now it needs access to take pictures. I'll click allow and let me scan in the QR code there.
Pairing request. Press the sync button on the back to accept it.
Okay, pairing request, so I'm just going to press the sync button just over here and it's flashing, as you can see.
It's added successfully.
Let me give it a name. Added successfully, so let me click next. Update firmware. Latest firmware is available, so let me click update. Now let's click add device. Let's select the camera and it says keep the camera and home base within 1 meter. Click next to that. Now it's saying press the sync button for 2 seconds until you hear a beep. Sync button is just above here. I'll just hold on to that. There you go, heard the beep, let go. Now I'll click next.
Ready to add device. Device was added successfully.
Customize, so you can give it its own name if you wanted. Let's click that and let's call this one just front camera. Save to that and we can click next. There you go, added successfully. Now click next, click got it. Next it's information on mounting it. Click next to that and there you go. Okay, let's just click mounting complete for this. Cannot receive notifications from camera or sensor. Let me click learn how to set. 4 steps to receive notifications. There's some details there. And this is more to do with the operating system and ensuring it can allow notifications to come through. Coming back now, if I now click the camera. There you go. Excellent. Working already. Now let me repeat the same process for the second camera. And there you go. Now I've got the 2 cameras added. So if I now click on the second one, which is back camera. So I've got front camera and back camera. And there you go. There's a speed of performance. So probably a few seconds. So there's a bit of a delay on there. And this is what you're presented with. Obviously the 2 cameras and the base station. Now let me run through the options you have available on the cameras. So if I click on the front camera, pictures enabled. If I click here, goes into full screen mode. You've got some options on the bottom. If I click that, lights turned on. So showing there, you can see the lights come on. Turning that off, going to the next one. This is the alarm. Cancel that, so that's quite nice. Has a siren on there. Clicking that, you can initiate a manual record, save to phone album, so it saves directly on the phone. Clicking here mutes the microphone so you can't hear anything anymore. Then we have hold and speaks. If you hold on to that, your voice will be heard out of the speaker on the camera. Coming back, looking towards the bottom, same option there. So you've got a light coming on, as you can see, record option. Then you have picture options, so you can take a picture. Hold and speak, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. There you go, that's coming out of there, so that's good. Turn on the microphone so we can hear. And next, coming here, you've got events, so you can go back through the events that have occurred. Then you have night vision, and then you've got spotlight, night vision, and then turn off night vision. Next we have manual alarm, so if I click OK again, turn that off. Then you have settings, and these are the settings for the camera. You can rename it here. Camera on, snooze shortcut, logo watermark, spotlight settings, and that's the brightness levels. Motion detection, if I click on that, you can see there's an option to turn off motion detection. Cancel to that, obviously you want that. Then we have activity zone, selecting this, shows a view of what you can see from the camera. And then if I click the plus, you can actually add in areas where you want to monitor. Just to give you an example, you can add in multiple ones. It's a nice bit of functionality here. So if you had some areas on the outside where there was a tree and you'd get a lot of activity there, or perhaps your neighbor was on a certain side towards the front of the house and you didn't want that activity picked up, then this is ideal functionality for that. And then you've got detection sensitivity, 1 to 7 on a scale, 1 being the lowest, 7 being the highest, and it's in the middle at the moment. Detection type, human only, all motion. Only human events will be recorded and pushed in the daytime. All motion will still be recorded and pushed at nighttime. Motion test mode. Okay, so testing this, if I put my hand in front of it, red light comes on, just confirms motion's working. So you'd really install this and then have a test with the settings at how sensitive you want it. Coming back again, then you've got night vision, black and white night vision, then you've got spotlight night vision. The spotlight will turn on when motion is detected at night, and then you've got turn off the infrared light and spotlight when at night. Then we've got status LED, live streaming and recording, so you can have an LED coming on indicating that. Next we've got audio settings, microphones on, speaker volumes, low, medium, high. Coming back from there. Next, device info, coming back, and then remove device. That's all the options you have available on a camera. At the side here, you can see battery level, followed by strength to the home base, and then coming on here, there's a snooze. So this is where you can snooze the alerts if they do come in. Then coming here, you can go to events and then back to settings if you wanted to. And that's it. Now, looking at the base station, so if I click on that, you can rename it if you wanted. Then you've got connection, it's Ethernet at the moment. You can set up Wi-Fi, time settings, video storage. So the device itself has 16 gigs of storage on there. So this storage is on the home base here. Coming back, alarm volume, paired devices. You can see the home base has 2 devices paired to it. Device info, restart device and remove device. And that's all the options you have available between the home base and the cameras. And that's it. That's all the options available between the base station and the cameras. Next, let's measure the sound levels coming from the alarm on the camera. So I've got my sound level meter here, and if we go quiet for a moment, ambient noise levels are 36.5 decibels. So now from the app, if I turn on the alarm, so getting 103 decibels from there. Now, if I move the cameras out of the way, bring the home base in, put the sound level meter there, and we select home base, turn off camera.
Alarm off.
98 decibels on the home base. So sound level wise, it is pretty loud. Next, let's test out remote connectivity. Let it connect to 4G and let's try connecting now. It just warns you that you're going to use your data plan. So let me click continue, and there you go. How quick was that? And connectivity wise, no ports to open on your router at all, and excellent functionality. So lag time wise, just to show, you're getting about a 3-second lag. So the lag is due to the time it takes for the camera to go back to the home base, and then the home base obviously connected to the internet and bringing that signal back to you. Now, just to show, there's no apps running in the background, and if I now move my hand around, sensitivity is high, on the cameras at the moment. There you go, that's what a push notification looks like. If we click on there, jump straight to the camera and you can see the activity that's been recorded on there. Next, let me show how to get this system working with both got the Google Home Hub here and the Echo Show over here. Now let's start with the Google Home and we want to search for Eufy. Okay, so now if we unmute the Google Home,
the microphone is back on.
I can say, show front camera.
Sure, streaming front camera on living room display.
Test, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so now if we unmute the Google Home,
the microphone is back on.
There you go. Pretty easy to get up and running, and the lag time is about 6 seconds on there. So let's try the other camera now. Show back camera.
Okay, streaming back camera on living room display.
is on there. So pretty impressive.
Next, let me show how to set up this camera to work with the Amazon Alexa. We search for Eufy and it's this one here. So now if I unmute my Alexa, I can say, show front camera.
Okay.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3.
So we're getting a lag of 4 seconds on there. So usability wise, very good on the Alexa. Let's show the other camera now. Show back camera.
Okay.
Test.
Test.
There you go, 4 seconds again. Impressed with the Alexa functionality? Now let's test out the motion detection on the camera. So if I go here, motion detection and the detection types. So I've got the sensitivity to high and I've got all motions selected for the type of detection. Now the camera is just over in this direction here, and if I now walk out in front slightly and just wave my hand, let's go back actually as well so we can see, and it says motion detected. So that's the first interesting bit. So my hand's out and it's not picking up physical person completely. So obviously it's just my hand that's sticking out there. So if we now dismiss this one. So now let's give it a second and then I'll walk out straight in front. And if I slowly walk backwards, should in theory pick up the fact there's human motion detected. So we come back slightly, give it a moment. There you go. So this is where it's interesting. Someone has been spotted. So there is a distinct difference between the two. So now if I come the way back, very interesting bit of functionality here. The fact it can distinguish between something getting in the way of the camera, being alerted that there's motion, and then physical person walking and being able to pick that up. Now, if I change that setting to human only, give it a moment to update, and there you go. So now, in theory, if I put my hand out, nothing should really happen. So nothing so far. Let's give it a moment, and now if I walk out in front, let's see if it can pick up me standing in front of the camera. Just give it a moment, see if it picks it up. Any detection. There you go, someone has been spotted. Again, very clever tech here. The fact it is distinguishing between the two, and you've seen it for yourself. It can ignore things coming in the way unless it sees a physical person walking. In terms of speed, I'm not too sure about the detection speed. Obviously I've got it on the high sensitivity. There's a lot of light in the room, so obviously it has to process that as well. So let me try with the blind closed. And now if I move, picking anything up, not so far. Heard the camera click, motion detected. Interesting. So when there was light there, it could easily pick up human activity. When the room was dark, it's suggesting just motion being detected. So again, good functionality is being picked up and you are getting a push notification on there to highlight this. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing and setup of this wire-free security system from Anker. This is the Eufy security system. 180 days battery life on here, so you wouldn't have to recharge it as often. Obviously, that's dependent on the amount of activity you've got going on. In terms of functionality, excellent. It's got a floodlight on the front and even a siren built in, which gives out a 100 decibel alarm on them. It's a very impressive functionality. It can be placed outside, so it is waterproof, and it even comes with internal storage on the home base. So if the camera camera is stolen, for instance, the footage is still recorded on the home base. Nice that you don't have to pay for any sort of cloud services on this. I hope it's helped anyone in a situation where it's too much hassle to actually put in a wired system and you just want to get a wire-free system in. So there you go, details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.